What are we watching next? Oh, there we go. Okay. Ah! Oh, God damn it.
I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chump some of this shit.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Oh, what's in the box?
Greetings, friends. Welcome to the Cinema Sandbox. I'm Christopher G.
I'm Jordan Sherwood. Thank you so much for coming in.
So, what do we got today, Jordan?
Today we are talking about Matilda from 1996, directed by Danny DeVito.
I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Doing a little bit of a change of pace today, looking at a film that is a children's film, and I put that in quotations because a lot of times when something gets pegged as a children's film, and I'm not talking about a film that's targeted at teenagers, but younger kids, it can sometimes be a little bit of a junk genre. Once I think if you go to a lot of households who have kids, it's all Disney movies, and then you start running out of the Disney movies, and they're like, well, what's next?
I have had a lifelong obsession with Danny DeVito. He's always been a big figure in entertainment throughout my life. And as I kind of wanted to reflect on his career, this kind of came to mind because, it was such a big moment in my childhood movie-going experience.
This was a frequent repeat for your household, right?
But 30 years ago, 1996.
This movie is 30 years old?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. And Danny DeVito is going strong. I mean, he's still doing Sunny?
Yeah.
I don't know how many years on this earth I got left. I'm going to get real weird with it.
This film was a first viewing for me, and being based on a Roald Dahl story, I felt like it's going to have a lot of darkness to it, and it didn't disappoint in that area.
Yeah, from what... if you compare it to some of the other Dahl adaptations, this one really does less of a job of sanding down some of those dark edges.
Right. It's not, they don't pull their punches when it comes to, I haven't read, did you get to read the book when you were a kid too?
I think this is one of the books I didn't read. I read so many of his books as a kid, but I think this is one that I missed.
That surprised me that novel is quite late. I always think of Roald Dahl as kind of
the 60s or...
Yeah, like kind of that era. But 88, I mean, that's,
Yeah.
He was alive when you were alive.
Mara Wilson was a huge child star at that time. Coming off the heels of Miss Doubtfire, Miracle on 34th Street. She was about my age, or I guess still is about my age. So I related in that way. Rhea Perlman, Danny DeVito's real life wife, plays his wife in the film.
Mm-hmm. And they've been together in a lot of projects. I mean, I think they started together in Taxi, right?
They think you're serious. She loves me.
I am serious. Get away and leave me alone.
They're just, to me, they seem like kind of a cool Hollywood couple.
Pam Ferris, I'm not too familiar with her, but she is absolutely terrifying as Miss Trunchbull. All of the extreme close-ups really sell it, but I mean, she's just...
Yeah, and the whole film, I was like, what? Why do I know this actor?
Shut up! Shut up!
She plays one of Harry Potter's aunts in The Prisoner of Azkaban, the one who blows up into a balloon and goes floating out. She's making a good living playing really vile relatives and authority figures, right?
And Beth Davids, she played Miss Honey. I guess she was in Schindler's List the year before that.
She's also in the movie we watched recently, Army of Darkness. The Sam Raimi movies.
Yeah, that's right.
Especially when the FBI...
Oh, this is Paul Rubens, right? And Tracy Walter.
John Wayne was a fag.
The hell he was!
Oh, yeah.
Suspect exits domicile. I've got 918. 917 is correct.
And of course, Danny DeVito, the quadruple threat. He was the director, the producer. He starred as Mr. Wormwood, Matilda's dad, and he's also the narrator. I, as a 9-year-old, really, I guess, knew him from Batman Returns.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I was obsessed with that movie at this time. So I really didn't even understand what exactly a director was. You know, I knew at that time that Tim Burton directed Batman, and I guess that I kind of understood that he was in charge of it. So it was kind of through this film that I began to understand
a little bit more
about what a director is, because I was so curious about what Danny DeVito was doing with this.
And then also coming along with Danny DeVito is his composer of choice.
Dun dun bar 2. Dun dun and
David Newman, who is an amazing composer and worked with him on Throw Mama from the Train, Hoffa, War of the Roses, all really great orchestral scores. So love his work with Danny DeVito.
This is from his production company, Jersey Films, and TriStar. Had a $30 million budget. It made $33 million domestic, so just over breaking even.
$30 million, that's 1990 what?
1996.
That's a sizable budget even back then.
Maybe some computer graphics were a lot.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what kind of visual effects budget they had, but that's a good budget.
Yeah.
And it shows, but it shows on screen. It's a handsome production.
Metascore had a 72. Users gave it a 7.7. It had a 3.8 on Letterboxd and a 7.0 on IMDb. Ty Burr with Entertainment Weekly said, clearly a lot of grown-up types are going to despise Matilda. Gym teachers, school psychologists, used car salesmen, but kids, they're going to understand. I think I agree with him on that. Letterboxd user Wood said, I always thought the low angles were to show the perspective of the child, but then I noticed it was directed by Danny DeVito. The whole first act of the film is pretty much just spent with the Wormwood family.
Nice to go out sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Of course I do.
What?
I took you to the
It's the LGBT meme. We kind of see the environment that she was brought into. When they bring her home from the hospital, they forget her in the car.
Get out of the street, you little dodos.
They also put her in the back trunk thing,
Just sliding around.
without a restraint or anything. Yeah, just sliding back and forth like a grocery bag or something.
But we get to know the family themselves. Her dad, Harry, he's a crooked car dealer. Miss Wormwood, she's just obsessed with bingo.
Soup's on the stove. Heat it up if you get hungry.
Her brother, Michael, is there. I guess they appreciate him a little bit more than they do her because he's kind of more on their level.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, my boy, heir to the throne. Today we diddle the customer. What's wrong with you?
Diddle the customer?
We gotta definitely write a song about how we do not diddle kids. Do not diddle kids. It's no good diddling kids.
And in the middle of all of them, completely ignored, is Matilda. She teaches herself to read, walking to the library, I guess when her parents are out scheming and wheeling and dealing.
And devoured one book after another.
Her family is just annoyed by all of this.
And what is amazing, because if I had been in Matilda's shoes, like having parents like that, I would have been the most depressed kid ever. But I think because she lives a life of the mind, she's able to overcome that because she's perfectly pleasant throughout, even though her parents are like abusive towards her.
I always have that moment where she's in the bedroom reading and crying in her book.
Oh.
She did, I guess, get the opportunity to get back at her family a little bit. Whenever she kind of spends that day at work with her dad, she glues his hat to his head.
She's a little mischievous.
Yeah. Oh, she's going to grow up to poison her husband. Good for her.
But when does the telekinetics come in?
She slowly starts to realize that the things she wants to happen. I think the moment that it actually gets to her is whenever she and the family are sitting in front of the TV.
Are you ready to get sticky with Mickey?
John Lovitz. Rest in peace.
Get real
Dickie and get cash for free.
She's frustrated because she just wants to read a book and they won't let her.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, she's like Carrie, right? She's got powers?
Mm-hmm.
This is like a children's version of Carrie.
What is it with Roald Dahl and parents? In Willy Wonka, his mom's a downer.
You get blue like everyone.
She has the worst song in the whole thing, and she's like basically telling Charlie to give up on his dreams. Thanks, Mom. And then Grandpa and Grandma have not been out of bed for 40 years, and he's like a little moocher, and then as soon as he wins the golden ticket, he's jumping up and down.
There's
taking
a
advantage.
whole online movement of people who hate Grandpa Joe.
I've got a golden ticket.
I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden ticket. My way.
As we move into the second act, we finally kind of shift away from the family a little bit. She becomes of age to finally go to school.
Right.
And that's where...
Because they weren't letting her go to school, right?
I think she just wasn't old enough.
I told you I was supposed to start school in September. You wouldn't listen.
But anyway, it's time for her to go to school. But where does she go to school?
Apparently, it's called Crunchum Hall.
My school is a model of discipline. Use the rod, beat the child. That's my motto.
Terrific motto.
I like that that was all shadows.
Who was that?
Mrs. Crunchbull. They're not ready to do a hard reveal yet.
Fresh meat.
Oh.
What's wrong?
What are those?
You mean my pigtails? My mommy thinks they're sweet.
Your mommy
Is a twit.
You'll chop those off before school. I'll give you back.
Oh my God.
Okay, so we're doing this then, okay.
At that moment, I went, oh, okay, this is like fantasy. We're full on fantasy here.
Quiet! Get to class before I throw you all in a choking.
Trunchbull?
Trunchbull. That's such a fitting name.
Yeah, you know, she is so over the top.
Good, good, good.
Oh my gosh, she's throwing darts at pictures of the kids. Her teacher, Miss Honey, is another one of these adults that sees her for what she is. That she's special, she's brilliant, and as she talks to her more, she begins to understand that her family is awful, doesn't understand her. She even pays for a home visit.
She goes home
point.
and tries to diplomatically, but then realizes she's just
her
it's
parents
a no-win. It's a no-win situation. Yeah.
I'm sure you're aware by now that Matilda has a brilliant mind.
Yeah, right. Mikey, give me a beer.
Yeah, right. Give me a beer.
Beer me, baby. Oh, awesome. I'm wasted. Where's the rum ham?
Sit!
One of the biggest moments in the school, it kind of really led us into what kind of operation she runs here, how she terrorizes people.
Mrs. Trunchbull.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest scene in the movie for most people who, my age who remember this is the cake scene.
Mm-hmm.
You slithered like a serpent into the school kitchen and ate my personal snack! Do you deny it?
Well, it's hard for me to remember a specific cake.
You're gonna have to be more specific about the cake. She gives him a slice, says, hey, go ahead and have some more if you like it so much.
Smells chocolatey, eh? Now, eat it.
I told you that time we went on strike because we didn't want to do gymnastics.
Oh my God.
And they kind of did this. They made Zeke Rockwell. They made us all sit around the gym while Zeke Rockwell swept the whole gymnasium, like up, down, up, down.
Oh my God. It's a humiliation ritual.
Yeah, it's a technique.
She's using a tactic that is a favorite of authoritarians, which is the public execution or the public shaming in an attempt to curb his behavior.
That mixed with the whole trope of like parents catching their kids smoking and then making them smoke a whole pack.
Right.
He almost doesn't make it, almost falls apart before he can get through the whole cake. Matilda, I think, is the one that stands up and says, "You can do it, Bruce." And then all the other kids chime in.
So instead of creating a shaming situation, she kind of creates a hero.
The kids are going to go on to tell their grandkids about the kid who ate the whole cake in front of the school. As much as we have to say about Miss Trunchbull, I did, at least at one point, find her to be surprisingly a little sympathetic.
In what way?
My idea of a perfect school is one in which there are no children.
She just chose the wrong vocation.
I related to that so hard. Like, and I realized that, like, it's not.
But why punish yourself and the children? Find another career.
But maybe she doesn't have. Look,
she's an amazing shot putter. She should be on the Olympic shot put team. There you go.
In my life, I've worked shitty jobs. I've worked in retail, and I've found myself saying, like, "Oh my God, this would be so much better if not for the customers."
Yeah.
But that defeats the whole purpose of a retail operation, just like a school without kids. But I get it. I get it.
Right.
That frustration. Like,
and you need that. They say, in screenwriting class, every villain in any movie should have a moment where you empathize with them.
Before school one day, Matilda and her little friend Lavender and all them, they find a newt in the creek.
A bug! It's a salamander.
It's a chameleon.
It's a newt.
Whenever they bring it into the class before Miss Trunchbull comes in, I think one of the kids puts the newt in the pitcher that Miss Trunchbull is going to use. So she almost drinks the newt, and then Matilda uses her powers to flip the glass over to flip the newt onto her.
I'm trying to imagine how she meets her demise. It's going to be something very, like, over the top, like she blows up.
Hold up real good.
Matilda, would you like to come over to my house this afternoon?
You can't ask a student that.
A lot of the ways that I think they handle, Miss Honey kind of stepping in to help her, just don't think about it so much. Don't think about it from like a legal perspective. So as Miss Honey and Matilda kind of begin to form a more personal bond than just teacher and student, she kind of takes her under her wing. And on the way to her house, they pass by Miss Trunchbull's house. And I think it's during that time that she reveals to Matilda that she's actually my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And not just my aunt, but my evil aunt who may or may not have killed my father.
No.
Yes. Aunt Trunchbull.
So there's the connection between Miss Honey and Matilda, is that they're both abused kids.
Yeah, and I think she probably saw that in her and wanted to help.
Formed the bond, yeah.
You were born into a family that doesn't always appreciate you. But one day things are going to be very different.
All of this, of course, leads to an all-out reckoning at the end. I think throughout the film you were asking, how is she going to get her comeuppance?
Well, I kept saying it's better be satisfying. If it's just like she gets fired or something, it's like, that's not.
Well, she, in the last act, decides that she wants to observe Mrs. Honey's class again.
Water! And hold the newt!
Matilda just starts unleashing her powers on her.
Full on Cherry.
She starts writing on the chalkboard.
So her powers full on against Trunchbull.
All of Miss Trunchbull's internal organs had been burst by the chalkboard brushes. Talk about the Terminator.
She empties all the kids' lunches out of the cubbies. Again, with the food. There's so much food in this movie. All of the kids come out and realize, oh shit, it's time to pounce on her. And they're all ready for it. They've all got their lunches. They send her packing. Not so much a food fight, but a food assault, because it's just
food onslaught.
Yes. One person being pelted by hundreds of kids' lunches. How's that for a comeuppance? She's getting run out of town like Gaddafi, but like less violent.
And the Trunchbull was gone. Never to be
She was
seen
deposed.
or
That's
heard
not
from.
too bad.
So Trunchbull's gone. She's out of the picture. Miss Honey gets her house back. This is where we kind of have to suspend our disbelief a little bit more with the legal system.
Right.
Because as the Wormwoods are trying to get away from the FBI, they're trying to take Matilda with them, and she's at Miss Honey's house whenever they're trying to leave.
Don't let them get in the car, Melinda.
Matilda.
Whatever.
Melinda.
Save Miss Honey.
Whatever. She's like, no, don't take, just let me stay with her. And Miss Honey's like, let me adopt her. Matilda says that she printed out some adoption paperwork at the library and has it ready to go.
And doing perhaps the first decent thing they ever did for their daughter, the Wormwoods signed the adoption papers.
Don't quote me on this. I don't think that's how adoption works.
I don't think so.
But yeah, Miss Honey actually adopts Matilda, and they're on the spot. They become a happy family. We get, I think the film ends with a dance sequence of them just kind of rollerblading inside the house.
And also, I always thought like it's sort of was the comeuppance for the family as well. They kind of get what they want. They get rid of Matilda, which is sort of sad. It's happy for her because, but I always felt like,
they're dumb though, so maybe they don't make it.
I can't think with all these sirens.
So let's hit rewind a little bit here and look at the world of Roald Dahl, because it's an incredibly fascinating body of work that, is focused on children's literature. But some of the most bizarre and, as we mentioned before, fantastical kind of worlds that he created. I guess one of the reasons that his works get adapted over and over again is because they are kind of suited to film adaptations, to fantasy, to visual effects. What was the first Roald Dahl film you saw?
I think it was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I think it's probably
most people.
Probably most people start with that.
Yeah.
They shot it in Munich because they wanted the storybook look to the town in Willy Wonka, because it's a modern day. They've got phones and computers, but the town looks like a little medieval German town, because it is a little medieval German town. So it has that storybook feel to it. But there's always like, when shooting in live action, there's always this kind of push and pull between fantasy and reality that's kind of always interesting.
And some of my realities become dreams.
He even did the screenplay for Chitty Chitty Bang Bang as well.
Oh, wow.
So another kind of similar film, right? It goes into fantasy. So there's these recurring themes of adults and children. Same with Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, right? There's an adult inventor father who's very fanciful, and his little kids. And there's always this sense of jeopardy and sense of like danger that the kids encounter. James and the Giant Peach, similar, like that is an instance of an adaptation being done as stop motion animation by Henry Selick.
Good heavens, he's committed pesticide.
And I think it's a beautiful film. I don't love it, like just story-wise, but it's a beautifully animated film. So if you ever haven't seen James and the Giant Peach, and a fun score by Randy Newman, David's brother or cousin, I forget.
Oh, wow. They're related.
They are related, yes. I always forget their lineage, because there was Alfred Newman, begat David Newman. And then there was Lionel Newman, Randy Newman.
I saw James the Giant Peach. I remember seeing that at the mall.
Yeah. What would you say characterizes kind of this world? What ties these all together? What's the common theme? I think I'm picking up on the theme of adults and childhood, and because James and the Giant Peach is sort of similar. Isn't he kind of like an orphan-y kind of kid, and he goes on this adventure? And
I think in the midst of this adversity that kids face, and mostly at the hands of their, adult caretakers.
Yeah.
They find their way to their chosen families.
Mm-hmm. And Matilda found, to her great surprise, that life would be fun.
When I was looking at a lot of the user reviews for this film, somebody said that they felt like Roald Dahl is not given as much credit as he deserves as far as being an inspiration to children's authors that came after him.
Oh, really?
Most notably, like J.K. Rowling. I think a lot of, and you brought up Harry Potter earlier.
Oh, J.K. Rowling ripped off everybody. I mean, Lord of the Rings, Roald Dahl, you name it.
Fuck J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, fuck J.K. Rowling. I don't think there's an original idea in J.K. Rowling. She just made it, reconfigured things in a way that worked and made a fucking empire and, just likes to marginalize people, which is completely antithetical to the message of her book.
Now is a good time to hit fast forward because the Dahl adaptations kept coming. This is your favorite, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Tim Burton.
Oh, cannot get through it. Awful.
Yeah.
Terrible movie.
I think I saw it in the theaters when I was in high school, and we all hated it.
Oh my God.
I don't think there's really anything more to say.
Nothing more to say about that. I don't want to talk about it. It's awful.
Fantastic Mr. Fox? Was that a Roald Dahl?
I think it is, yeah.
I had no idea.
This is Bogus, Bunce, and Bean, three of the meanest, nastiest, ugliest farmers in his valley.
Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. I don't see his name here, though. Written for the screen by Noah Baumbach. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. Here it is. Yeah, Roald Dahl. Did you see how they recorded the audio for these?
No.
You know how they know.
Oh, yeah, I have.
Mr. Fox, take one, scene one.
They just went out and recorded it like in, like when they're on the motorcycle, they went outside and got on a motorcycle and just pretended like they were on. I love that because usually they're in a studio somewhere just with a music stand and just pretending.
The BFG, this came out in 2016. Spielberg, Mark Rylance.
I didn't watch it, but
not a lot of people did, but it still made money.
Can't sneeze at that. Nope.
Witches came out in 2020. That went straight to HBO Max.
He would exterminate those brats.
Rats.
It kind of got some hate from disabilities advocates at the time.
Why disabilities?
I think because Anne Hathaway's character had like 4 fingers or something like that. And so did Danny DeVito in Batman Returns.
The shiny flipper. Instead of 5 chubby digits.
I'm going to keep on bringing Batman Returns back into the fold.
I think for you, Batman Returns is Citizen Kane, I think. It's the film by which all other films shall ye be judged.
It's 100% true. Wonka in 2023, that's Timothée Chalamet.
Okay.
Chalamet has up.
Yeah, pass. Next.
Nope, scratch that. Reverse it.
I guess that was a prequel. I wasn't aware.
Okay. Yeah. It was
how he becomes before.
Yeah, how he becomes a chocolatier.
And they redid Matilda as a musical in 2022.
I mean, they redo everything as a musical.
I guess it was kind of like a Mean Girls type of situation. Like it was.
Oh, I can see that.
It was a movie adaptation of the Broadway musical of the book. I never did see it because I don't want to hate on musicals. I'm just not a big musical person, I guess.
But you need to go back. You need to see the heyday of musical. Don't watch today's musicals because like Wicked and... I mean, I'm sorry, people love Wicked, but
yeah,
enough of the green screen. Watch West Side Story, the original West Side Story, Singing in the Rain, King and I. There's a lot of good ones to choose from. It's like tomatoes. People say, "Oh, I don't like tomatoes," it's because the only experience they have with tomatoes are the ones you get on Burger King. You've had a good tomato; it's delicious.
Let's talk about what this film is actually about. It's not about telekinesis.
No.
It's not even about Miss Trunchbull. As big as a presence as she is in this film.
I think for me, it was what I said at the beginning. It's about a plant who's just has been planted in the wrong soil. And every plant needs to be in the right environment. Not every child is bright and gifted in the same way. And so, you have to be appropriate with what what environment you're placing that child in, because every child has something going for them, I think, at least, you would hope so, right?
I've seen some dumb kids out there.
But is it because they're inherently dumb, or is it because they didn't have a nice librarian to show them how to make animated films, or your teacher to encourage your interest in presidential history or whatever it is,
Yeah.
I've always had really great, and they always have been women too. I've always had really great female teacher mentors who encouraged me to do what I wanted to do. And I think this is what I got out of the film, is that you really need that and to flourish.
And I think Miss Honey kind of in the film served as a little bit of a mirror of that, or maybe even a vision into the future of like, I can still be a well-adjusted adult and find my own way.
Well, I said that about Matilda. I was like, why is she so well-adjusted? Like, I would have been a basket case with parents like that. But she seemed to be like, I'm just going to do my own thing. You know what I mean? I'm going to go read on my own and stuff like that. I would have been like trying to burn the house down or something.
Lately, I've been reading Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens.
Talk a little bit about Mara Wilson, big child star. Miss Doubtfire. She did Miracle on 34th Street. I never see that.
Never saw it, but I guess I'm not a big fuzzy Christmas movie kind of guy. I'd prefer like, Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 or something. But I think it's in a way, a little classic. People do like to watch that around the holidays. So
yeah. She did this. She did A Simple Wish.
Oh, I never saw that either.
I don't remember what
that was. Martin Short was in that, right? He played her fairy god something.
And then she stepped away from acting and I guess went on to study and get her degree.
But she's active on social media. I have a friend, Sean, follows her on Instagram and she responds to his posts and stuff. So she seems like a cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
She's talked about why she stepped away. She said it was because of the scrutiny. She said it was because of the pressure. She said it was because of the critics writing about a 9-year-old's appearance.
Yeah. All those problems that are still pervasive today.
She actually wrote a memoir called Where Am I Now? Back in 2016, where she talks about a lot of
interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Hollywood has a lot to answer for when it comes to its treatment of child actors, workers in general, but in particular, we've seen a lot of instances of just tragic stuff. The Corey Haim.
She says that she considers herself one of the lucky ones.
Yeah.
And she credits DeVito for that. She's talked about it in interviews, to this day, talking about how she kind of sees him as her uncle.
Yeah.
And he really understood what this industry does to children, child stars, and made it a point to take her under his wing during the production, protect her, treat her like a kid, most importantly.
Yeah,
because I think these child stars get treated like assets, just like anything else. And he really made sure that she was treated like a kid.
Mm-hmm.
While her mom was, battling terminal cancer, for that reason, and among other reasons, really took good care of her and made sure that, her mom got to see her work in this and even dedicated the film to her.
And in all seriousness, I can say this from having spent a day on set with Danny DeVito doing a visual effects special. He was an amazing guy. He was just super fun. He didn't have to be nice to everybody, but he was nice to everybody. And he kept forgetting his lines. And he would make up something that was better. He would say, "Who wrote this?" And then he would read, because he had to do like little intros and stuff to different films and different awards and stuff. He was like, "Who wrote this?" And then he would kind of just say, "I'll just say blah 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 blah." So this is a guy who's been around so long. He knows what works, and he gets the script, and he's like, "This is just this is too much," and he'd whittle it down. And I thought that was really cool to see in that work and how he.
That's so awesome.
Yeah,
he has been. I've been watching him my whole life. I mentioned Batman Returns. That's my Citizen Kane from the time that, he bites the nose off that person.
What defines him as a filmmaker is Throw Mama from the Train, Hoffa, and War of the Roses.
I just want to smash your face in.
Smash my face.
About Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner being having this whirlwind romance, and they get married and then decide they hate each other's guts. And then the rest of the film becomes a big revenge. Like, how am I going to get back at my spouse for being such an asshole to me? And it gets really dark, like including she cooks his dog up and makes pate out of his dog.
I think what he's most well known for, began about 20 years ago.
Right.
when he joined the cast of It's Always Sunny.
Right.
Hello.
It had already.
But he's just an actor, not just an actor, but he's only an actor.
Yes.
He's not.
He joined the cast after the show had already been on. It had its first season with the primary gang. FX, the studio, was like, we've got to have something to amp this show up for the second season.
We need
something. And they were like, okay, what about, let's just try and ask if Danny DeVito wants to come on.
They had done 8 shows, and I watched the shows. I'm friends with John Landgraf, who runs FX, who used to be my partner at Jersey Television. And I saw the show, and I thought it was really, really terrific. And I loved the whole style of it.
And he's been with them ever since. And it's been 20 years now.
That's crazy. It's up there for you, like Seinfeld is up there.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it's basically Seinfeld on crack.
You can rewatch it and rewatch it and rewatch it. Yeah. And I had never seen any of it until you showed me some of the episodes. And I see where they're coming from.
You gotta pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole.
They're shooting season 18 right now. They're right down the street at the Arts District in downtown LA.
Well, they shoot at that old warehouse there down in the Arts District. But where do they shoot
the bar exteriors?
Yeah, where do they shoot the studio stuff?
In Studio City is where they do all their
all their
soundstage stuff.
I didn't go to Vietnam just to have pansies like you take my freedom away from me.
You went to Vietnam in 1993 to open up a sweatshop.
And a lot of good men died in that sweatshop.
Oh my God, you're out of your mind.
Look, Frank Reynolds, his character on It's Always Sunny. There's so many of his characteristics, I think, that show in his character on Matilda.
Yeah.
He's always trying to screw people over. Danny DeVito is too good at playing those roles.
How come he can cut to the front?
Oh, Ethan is here with a special program for children with leukemia, so he skips to the front of the line. Thank you. It's coming through.
AIDS! I got AIDS. We're coming through.
I know that he's, from all accounts, from Mara Wilson and all these other accounts that I've heard from you, he seems like a wonderful person. But he's way too good at playing scumbags.
Well, when you have a look, that's your look.
Do I look suspicious?
You look grotesque.
He is a left-wing advocate. He supported Bernie in 2016 and 2020, supports AOC, all sorts of left-wing policies, climate, labor, LGBTQ plus issues, all of those things. I don't think there's anything bad to say about Danny DeVito. Every episode, we like to take time to think about what this reminded us of and maybe what else we would like to recommend in the same vein. What do you have in mind?
So I'm going to stick with the Roald Dahl universe, and I've chosen to recommend The Witches.
You are in for a treat.
This is not the Anne Hathaway version.
Fuck the Anne Hathaway version.
This is from 1990?
This is from 1990. And this was what?
96.
So 6 years before this. This is an adaptation of Roald Dahl's The Witches, which is, not surprisingly, about a child who encounters a coven of baddies, bad witches, who are trying to scheme to eradicate children from the world. And the head of the witches coven in this case is Angelica Houston. I don't know why she is not more of a gay diva icon, because goddamn, she is a handful in this picture. And if you haven't seen this film, I envy anyone who hasn't seen Angelica Houston's performance. And it is so delicious and over the top and weird. And
you like her a lot in general.
And Angelica Houston?
Yeah.
Oh, she's right on. Yeah, I love Angelica Houston. Directed by Nicholas Roeg. I'm not sure why, but this is the second recommendation for Nicholas Roeg that I've done, because the last episode we shot, I recommended The Man Who Fell to Earth. Nicholas Roeg is among my favorite directors simply because the body of his work is the most eclectic, weirdo bunch of films you'll ever get to see. And I love them all, basically, even the bad ones. So check that out. 1990s The Witches by Nicholas Roeg, and written based on a story by Roald Dahl.
For my recommendation, I instead followed the telekinesis thread.
Okay.
And I thought...
Carrie.
Not Carrie.
Oh.
That's too obvious. I thought...
The Fury.
I don't know what that is.
Oh.
I thought of... I'm sorry, I'm a big TV guy. I go back to TV sometimes. I thought of season 1 of Heroes.
Okay. Oh my...
When I think of telekinesis, I don't think of Matilda. I'm sorry. I think of Sylar. He's got telekinetic powers, and he uses them for evil purposes. It makes me wonder, what if Matilda went dark?
Right.
That's what she would. That's the kind of thing.
She never met Miss Honey.
She just teams up with Miss Trunchbull, just rages at the world. This was a TV show that started several years before the Marvel Cinematic Universe got going.
Right,
before
like early 2000s?
Mid 2006. It appealed to me because one of the main characters was set in Odessa, Texas.
Oh, really?
A cheerleader.
That's fun. For a small town, that's a lot of shit going around in Odessa, Texas.
Yeah. It is available on Blu-ray, just the first season. I don't recommend the other seasons.
So that's our look at Matilda from 1996. Let us know what you think in the comments below.
If you like your content, what you watch on YouTube created for humans, by humans, me and him, give us a like and a subscribe. Let us know what you want us to cover next.
And of course, if you like what you saw here today, make sure you tell others about us because we really want to grow this audience. And let us know if there's any other films coming up that you would like us to cover because we're open to suggestions.
Always.
So from Christopher G.
and Jordan Sherwood,
thanks for joining us in the Cinema Sandbox. Keep digging.
Thank you so much. Good night.
This is from Matilda. And she needs you. This is from Matilda. And she needs you. This is from Matilda. And she needs you. This is from Matilda. La besoin de toi. C'est la fin de Matilda.
See you at lunch.
Thank you, Cookie.
Rotten kids.